Good morning, good afternoon, rather. Hi, everyone. I just want to share something with you guys, if anyone's interested. I started the beginning work of translating the next Seth text in the Codex Pseudepigraphus. Okay, remember yesterday we posted the translation of this Sethian text. Okay, so next comes this text. And after this is part 2. So this could be called the Book of Seth. Let me just show you as we continue scrolling down. I don't even know if anybody could see this. We get the Seth 2. So, interesting. So anyway, I started juggling through the Old English and making this into modern Latin. Pretty much what this says here, on account of Seth being taken up for 40 days with the angels. And here we have something written by the authors of the book saying something like this is from the St. Augustine Library, and this is a decree against him. I don't know what that means. So I did run this part of the text through Google Translate, and I just want to share what the text seems to be saying. It's pretty cool. But I also want to show you the rest of the text here. I guess this is, this book is counting it as the same part of the text. I don't know. But it says a little Genesis. And here is probably the original Greek translation. And then it just goes on for like a page or two. And then the text ends. So I ran through this part through Google Translate, okay? And it says some pretty cool things. And in our mainstream Christianity thinking, a lot of us think the laws of Moses were the first time the people of, well, there weren't the people of Israel then, but was the first time anybody has ever heard thou shalt not murder, because that's what the real translation is, and hear about the sacrifices, yet we hear about Abraham doing sacrifices, Noah doing sacrifices. How does this make sense? Well, the extra biblical text, when studying this stuff, tells us, yes, there were laws decreed from the beginning, from before Moses. Jesus himself said in the Gospels, because of the hardness of your heart, Moses allowed you to issue a decree of divorce, but it was not that way from the beginning. So there were rules, laws set before the days of Moses that were never really, well, they were written down, the text tell us, by Enoch. Enoch wrote this stuff down. Abraham wrote some books that I don't know if we have or not. But this stuff was written down. But then, when Moses came, we lived in a chaotic world. So, the purpose of Moses was to bring order to a very fallen and lawless type of society, because we were in slavery for X amount of years. Okay? So, let's take a look. Now, I want to show you something else. In case people are confused, like, what are you talking about? I've been talking about how there's this random verse in Jubilees. Here it is. Jubilees 4, verse 15. Okay? I pulled it up to show everybody. Jubilees 4:15 is very peculiar. It says, in the days of Jared, angels descended on the earth, those who were named the Watchers, that they should instruct the children of men, and that they should do judgment in uprightness on the earth. So, everybody knows in the days of Jared, angels descended and decided to mate with the women and the fallen angels. We all know that. But none of us really know about that angels descended in the times of Jared who were good and instructed the children of men in uprightness and in judgment. Now, is this true? Well, we see that last Sethian text that we released last night does show that this is true. It shows that, yes, in the days of Jared, it had to be in the days of Jared, there were angels of righteousness. And you know what, guys? This text is no different. So I'm just going to show you what I pulled up on Google Translate. It's a mess, but it's basically pretty clear. what the text says. Now let me just show you really quick. What's in parentheses is what the authors of the book added to the text to make it a little more clear. Okay, so here's the translation. And pretty much this is, it's a mess. But pretty much what we're saying, anywhere these old precepts are not explicitly old, just old rules, okay? And these are the rules. You shall not kill, you shall not swear, as it can be made apparent. However, to prove that these things were of old among the nations, once publicly pronounced by Enoch and Seth. So this is some kind of decree saying you shall not swear and you shall not kill. This is not a new law, guys. This is a law from before Enoch and Seth, but Enoch and Seth, this is saying how Enoch and Seth were proclaiming amongst the nations, amongst the lands, the laws. And what was the law specifically? You shall not kill, you shall not swear. That's what the text is saying. And the rest word is similar. And then it says, those who probably just would rather be in sin, it just gives the angels limitation to the grace of truth in men. So this is a reference to the angels that descended on the earth that were righteous. They were trying to teach men grace and truth. I think really interesting. Okay, to whom it did not matter. This is not to be. This is not to abolish the law, or truth of the law of the prophets. Very amazing. So basically, so we can proclaim, why is this focused on these two laws? You shall not kill and you shall not swear. Because the heresy and the abomination that was happening with the sons of Seth, they were probably making oaths to Satan, because that's what you have to do. You make an oath to Satan. Okay? So oaths were probably being made. This is what we can discern, and they were probably killing each other. So that's why this decree seems to be coming out. So we seem to have another original text from the sons of Seth. There's no agenda, and it reveals deep doctrine that standard Christianity or standard people that would be manipulating a text or anything like that would not know, because it's basically proving one lone verse that is very key in Jubilees 4:15. It's basically confirming that this is true. All these texts are confirming. And this is not, we can see this stuff in the Cave of Treasures as well. The Cave of Treasures confirms this as well. So I just wanted to share this with you guys. I do feel led to find out what this text is saying. I don't know. I'm confused. It's going to be a lot of work. That's for sure. To make sense of this, and it would be great to know these footnotes, but that would take another hours and hours and hours. So, I don't know. But this seems to be like a real decree from ancient times, from probably pre-flood times. Somebody writing a decree, saying, "You shall not swear. You shall not kill." Hey, these are not new laws. These were decreed, and Enoch and Seth proclaimed them. Follow them. This is amazing. I wonder if you guys can follow. So I just wanted to share that. Eventually, I will get this translated. All right, guys. Enjoy. God bless you.